Ouch. All right. That's. Oh, I think I want a blankie. I don't have a blankie. I don't have a blankie. Oh. My mic was really far away. Hi, Dorcases. I was like, oh, should I get ready? And I was like, no, I'm still in the abyss, the Christmas to New Year's abyss. So you get Abyss Beth, which is admittedly one of my better versions. Oh, this is warm. How was Christmas? Christmas was wonderful. How was yours? I missed you guys too. Hi, everyone. Hi. Michelle, you're not first, you stupid idiot. Yeah, Farm Chick was first, Michelle. So it's not New Year's yet for me. Shut up. Oh, hot. Oh, did I spoil it? What? Yeah, I did. North Dakota, guys. Michelle, I didn't laugh at your pun because puns aren't funny. I was laughing about something else. I was thinking of something. Oh, shut up. Okay, you guys. I was watching. I didn't want to start off with, shall we talk about murderers? But I'm watching, well, I finished watching The Dreading. It's a really popular true crime channel, right? Hi, you guys. Hi, everyone. And it's the Slender Man attempted, right? Oh, you know what? Let's get further than 2 minutes in. Let's get further in. My cup is North Dakota. Happy New Year. We got to get further in to talk about the topic I'm going to talk about. Because the algorithm, like maybe don't start out with that for New Year's Eve. Okay, so topics of discussion, potential topics of discussion, if you would like. Mary, now. That's a now. Sorry, you've seen what? What did you see? Oh, the Dakota. You're right. Shut up, Brett. We can't talk about it yet. That's what we're going to talk about. Stop talking about it now. Okay. So, first. Oh, well, I feel like, hold on. Dawn is the only one I know who's Jewish who follows me. Like, ignore Beth Brett. No, Jessica, we're going to talk about it in a minute. So I was like, ooh, I wonder when Hanukkah was. And it turns out it was December 22nd. So retroactively, happy Hanukkah. I wonder how that was. I don't know if anybody else is Jewish. And then we have, oh, Sharon is happy Hanukkah forever ago. And then for everybody else, happy Christmas. Thank you. It's from Canada Meg. And nope, that was a lie. It's from Millennial Meg. She sent it to me as a Christmas gift. It's really big, but so cozy. But also I'm sweating, but also I'm really cold. But also I'm sweaty. And then I know Ramadan's like in February, something like that. So it just floats. Floating holidays are uncomfortable. Speaking of floating holidays, Easter is Calvin's birthday. Hate it. Hate that for us. And then for Scientology, praise Xenu. And are we trying to get the Thetans back into a volcano? What day is that? Is there like a celebratory, like a ceremony where we like make straw Thetans and we lob them into one? Do not get this flu. I'm so sorry, hon. And what is it like? Do you have a bad throat? Is it like the one I had? Cold and rainy in Southern California. Gross. Ooh, it's gonna rain on the Rose Parade. So yeah, I'm in my pajamas with these on because my house is cold to me. And then I get massive hot flashes. So I'm literally dying. And then I'm cold again. So like, just remind me when my hot flash comes that I'm wearing my pajamas. Day 2 pajama situation. And I can't take my shirt off for that. So, ew, I'm so sorry, Adair. That sucks. It's 21 degrees and snowing. I am so jealous of you. I'm wildly jealous of you. I hope it snows in Northern California when we go there at the end of next month. So 1 month from now, I hope it snows. I really need it to snow. Yes, Mary, hush. Um, or 5 minutes in. Okay, what did I say that triggered me? Oh, when I was pretending that I was laughing about something unrelated. So, Brett and I were talking about the Slender Man thing. It happened in Hey, stupid. Look, be gone. Um, 2013, does that sound right? Anyways, it was when there is a friendship of 3 and they're little girls, so I can't call it a thruple. They're 12, right? So, by uh, one girl 2014, thank you. Late and dead to me, Holly. So dead to me. But I actually do need someone to throw into a volcano to celebrate Xenu. If you're up for that, Holly, you could get back in my good graces pretty easily. Um, I was just picturing lava coming onto me. Anyways, so one girl from like her whole childhood had early onset schizophrenia. Like she would be asleep at night and Snape would come into her room and keep her awake by talking to her. But when she told adults, they were like, that's not real. And so she's kind of weird. Yes, Brenda, it does count. Um, but she literally she had visual and auditory hallucinations and had tried to tell people, but like nobody believed her. So she kind of was just like, I guess I won't talk about that very much. And then she was very much an outsider, and another girl, Bella, befriended her. So Morgan, schizophrenia, Bella befriends her, and then there's another girl, Anise. She comes into the thing around the age of 12, and Morgan and Anise live in the same apartment complex, and Anise is like super into horror stories, but the kids these days call them creepypasta. We called it like scary things to read in the dark. What was that called? You guys, what was it called? Scary stories from the dark, tales from the dark, more scary story tales from the dark. I'm just adding more words to this. But like now we're rebranding that like Goosebumps books, rebrand creepypasta, right? Tales from the Dark Side. That was the TV show, but what were the books? Because I bought my kids one. Um, Tales from the Crypt was a good one. Oh, Tales from the Crypt, that Crypt Keeper. Yikes, right? Tales from the Dark Side. Thank you. Tales of the Crypt was a TV show, and that's kind of what I'm talking about. Tales from the Dark Side also, but like it's more scary stories, but to really just rev up teens. Um, and so there's Slender Man. He's tall, he's faceless. You only catch him out of the periphery of your eye. He kills little kids, and he has tendrils that come out from his back, right? Goosebumps is a big part of that. Yes. So he is a figure, right? And that's what he does. And you can be his slave, like his servant. And for some reason they call that yes, goosebumps. Um Scooby-Doo cartoons used to scare you? Gretchen, my love, you're sad and weak, but you will be strong with me. So, no, damn it, Casey, back off me. Anyways, um, so you can become his savant, which is weird because, like, that's not really no, his proxy. That's what it was, his proxy. But you have to also kill kids. So they were like, how do we do this? Because bad mental health plus bad mental health means spiraling into the worstest of all health, right? Like somebody who has schizophrenia and sees things, and then you get somebody who's like just mentally unwell and depressed who wants to also have seen things. Like, remember when you were young, and you would also share in the delusions of your friends. We're like, "Ooh, yeah, I also think this is Bloody Mary in the mirror," right? Where you play Bloody Mary in the mirror, where you stand in the dark in front of a mirror, you chant Bloody Mary, literal Queen Mary Tudor queen comes out and murders you apparently. Um, but like we would do that and we'd be like, "I saw something in the mirror. I totally saw something in the mirror that time," and then everybody else sees something in the mirror, so you really need to see something in the mirror, right? So you can get yourself like, you'll either say that you saw it in the mirror or you can start making yourself think you saw something in the mirror. That's normal, kids. Now get somebody who literally does because she is schizophrenic and a girl who's feeding into it. So now the girl with the poor mental health is getting pulled into it like crazy. And then she's confirming to schizophrenia girl, undiagnosed, by the way, no one knew, that she's actually saying these things. These are real. She's validating this girl's actually quite valid life, right? So, oh, thanks, Sean. I wouldn't have wanted to hang out with you either. Stupid. You are late and dead to me. So, um, they have a slumber party and in the morning, and like they plan this girl's death for a very long time. Morgan and Anise decide they're gonna kill Bella. And they plan her death for a really long time to them, but it's like a couple months. And they're like, "Oh, Sean, I wouldn't have driven 2 hours to see you in Valdosta. Gross. You go there." Um, and they're like, "It was a flawless plan." And then they were going to hike like 200 miles into a national forest, and both of them admitted they're like, "We're really yes, Candyman, exactly." They're like, "We're both really out of shape and don't really do anything athletic." They're like, "Okay, but you were just gonna like hike 200 miles in one day without camping gear kind of thing?" Um, so they do eventually trick her, the friend. They go into a forest, but it was like barely off of a bike trail forest. And the girl with schizophrenia, Morgan, does stab her 19 times. She survives though. And like what's crazy is both girls, they were like, she was yelling, like, "I trusted you guys. I'm not gonna be your friend anymore." And both of them seemed like annoyed, like, hurt, like, "Can you believe that?" Like, she said that she, like, yelled at me and said she didn't wanna be my friend anymore, like, it's such a right? Um, both girls, I don't understand how this happened, to be honest, did not their parents knew that they were being interrogated and allowed it to happen, and there was no third party there. Like, didn't have a parent, didn't have a child advocate, didn't have a lawyer. They were just like, "No, it's good. Go ahead." And both girls were very clear and open and not shameful and didn't blame shift. They were like, "Yep, we thought for this for a long time." And the first girl I watched, it was weird how she did it. She just explained how everything went, and she genuinely believed in Slender Man, right? This is from the channel The Dreading. Um, but when I got to the girl with schizophrenia, I was like, "I love you, Anna. Glad you're leaving though." Idiot. Also, I have a free trip to a volcano for you, Anna. It'll be fun. Um, she genuinely like it just the cop sucked at interrogating because he was just kind of like off-putting. Like when he would ask her questions, Morgan would be so annoyed. She'd be like, "I told you that." And like he'd ask things, and you could see the 12-year-old thinking that this dude is old and cringe and out of touch. Like she's very much, it's just really interesting how little she cared about what happened, but not in a disingenuous way. She was like kind of sad that she thought Bella might not want to be her friend anymore. Like that was like she's like, I don't think she's gonna want to be my friend anymore. And like that bothered her. And she talked about how she tried to, like, clean up one of the stab wounds with a leaf, and, like, Bella was like, "Don't touch me." And Morgan also thought that rude, right? Like, trying to help kinda thing. Um, Hi, Brenda. So Bella, like the girls left, they're like, lay down, you'll lose blood less quickly. We'll go get help. And then they went to go run away to Slenderman. And Bella managed to drag herself to where she was seen and she was saved. It was like a miracle, right? Um, but my sadness for Morgan, I was genuinely sad for her. I didn't have any of that horror that you usually have when somebody does something horrifying and you feel horror for them, right? Murder. We're talking about murder, Michelle. It's fine. Well, attempted murder. Um, I didn't blame her for what she did at all. I don't even think I blamed Anise for what she did. To be honest, I feel like if you put Anise back out in the world, she's an adult now and is out in the world. She's just under supervision. I don't think she'd do it again. I think she just needed some mental health support and not be with somebody who pulled her into a toxic spiral. So like I don't blame her at all, right? She was tried as an adult. Morgan could not be tried at first because she was not found mentally competent to stand trial. Sure, right? Um, and it's crazy how I have 0 bad feelings towards them, right? Where you're just like, "Don't, tutor, don't. We're don't." It's because I have the mind of a murderer. I feel like, maybe. Um, and then they got her mental help. They found out she had schizophrenia. They got her on medications. They got her to a place where she was competent enough to stand trial. And then something happened. They had to put her in a different home that did not support her at all. And she completely lost her mind again and spent most of her time under a table befriending ants. And then she got to a place where Severus, Slenderman, Voldemort? Brett, is it Voldemort? Would constantly come see her. And that was the only interaction she had, human interaction. Because you have to remember, you guys, it is human interaction. She legitimately sees them and legitimately is talking to them. So that's her legitimate reality. And she didn't want to take medications because she only had 3 people who ever talked to her. Otherwise, she had to feed the ants to befriend the ants, right? And she's hiding. And like, apparently, she loses the ability to read at this point and she's completely gone. And so her parents had a petition to be like, bro. And so they got her back on the meds and she was stable enough. And like, she stood trial, she pleaded guilty and then was found not guilty by reason of batshit crazy. Um, and then she was able to get well enough to be released to like a halfway house and she immediately ran away and was arrested. Um, but like I genuinely feel like she deserves no blame. She deserves to be in a restrictive, supportive environment for the rest of her being because she would probably kill somebody else again. Like there's just no way to get her out of that reality so much. Hi, Jersey. We're talking about this mentally. I'm not identifying with this schizophrenic at all. I have deep compassion for the schizophrenic because I feel like she should not be in society. She does need to be in a restrictive, supportive environment like a mental health facility, like in a mentally unwell criminal asylum. Like let's bring back asylums, right? Um, but I don't find her the same as hello, Jersey. I don't find her the same as like the family annihilators. One, because they're grown ass adults. Or just any other basic person who kills. There's another guy that I really sympathize with who did murder somebody. And when he was arrested, he's like, "Yep, I did it. I did. It just seemed like the thing to do at the time." But there's like no affect, no malice, I guess. Um, And, like, I'm like, "Okay, well, I don't think you should be in society, but I don't put them in the same thing as, like, a murderer. Does that make sense? That might be weird. But it does it to me, I'm like, okay, there are some people who are so mentally broken that they can't really control that. They shouldn't be with society, but I don't have the same deep hate and disdain for them as, like, somebody who Jodi Arias, who killed her ex because she wanted to be his one and only, right? Good morning, Melano Melanois? Malinois? Can I call you alligator puppy? Um, so yeah, I don't know. It feels very if I'm allowed to be in society. Like me personally, rude. I haven't killed anybody yet. Hey, Sean, do you want to drive through Georgia again real quick? Yeah, 100%. There's like zero funding or policy for it and just make people worse. It's like work, it's both. It's awful and cruel to lock them up forever in a jail system while they're just batshit crazy and ruining other prisoners' lives, which doesn't bother me so much. But also, you can't release them because they'll just go around murdering people. Crazy, right? I will, Casey. How'd you know it was still there? Because I haven't cleaned my bathroom yet. Um, Happy New Year's Eve. So, but if you're, I don't agree with that, Jen. I don't agree with that. Jen says it's right, but if you're killing somebody, you're obviously not mentally all there. That I disagree with. In the way that I say it's not the same. Like, I think you can be mentally all there 100%, but have something like you're mentally all there and narcissistic, right? But you're not mentally all there because you're schizophrenic. I think you can be mentally fully there and aware of what you're doing, as evidenced by when people put in their planning and trying to hide, right? Yeah, if you go back, Jen, a lot of that was made up. How do I know, Jen? I went to high school with her. So, like, when I was friends with her brother, it was never like a, "Oh, no," kinda situation. Gang members, mentally all there, lots of killing, right? I just it's a different thing with similar results, is what I'm trying to say. Um, yeah, as a parent, yeah, I could absolutely kill somebody for my kids, 100%, easily, right? You still don't understand, is it gaslighting someone? No, Michelle, it's a made up story. Like, remember when we had, it's like the boogeyman under your bed. Really, really scary, completely made up. But when you're little, you really believe it, right? It's kind of like that. But these two, you match two really mentally unwell girls. Who did I go to high school with? Jodi Arias. She dropped out by the time I was a freshman, I think she had dropped out, and her brother was in my grade. And it's a very small school, very small area. So that's why I was so fascinated when I found out. I was like, I'm so sorry. Whose older sister did that? Um, did you guys swap notes? No. I think she took Spanish with my sister-in-law because again, very small town and stuff like that. Um, I'm sweating so much. She was in my brother's grade. Mm, but yeah, so like she was not abused. She was a narcissist. That's why I can't believe in the death penalty. You never really know. Okay, but also I kind of feel like there needs to be that kind of punishment for some. The fact that Chris Watts won't get it pisses me off. Chandler Halderson pisses me off. Small school, 50-50 chance you could have been the murderer. That's true. Um, And I often like, okay, so here's the other thing. Once they the girls, right? Once they finished what they were doing, I don't know that they went, "Oh my god, what did I do? I can't take that back." Whereas I feel like Jodi Arias, there was a moment where I bet she was like, "F, I went too far," kinda thing. Happy anniversary, stupids. Yeah, Jodi Arias, Beverly. I think maybe after she was done, she was probably like, "Oh, no. I wish I could claw that back," or, like, there must have been a moment of realization of, "Damn it," right? But maybe not. They believe that Harry Potter's villains were kind of real to them, even though they were fiction because they were mentally unstable. Yeah, Michelle, one of the girls had actual schizophrenia, so she did see Snape and Voldemort and then the guy Slender Man from Creepypasta, but she also saw colors melting down the walls and stuff like that, and heard auditory hallucinations as well. So her brain was like, just as much as you guys see me and hear me, she was seeing and hearing Snape in her bedroom. So, which is crazy because our mind, it's so fragile and like could just one day be like, guess what? This is real. Like we already remember our past differently. Like in our brain. What did you get yourself into? It's fine, Beastie Bee. It's not a cult, tell you that much. Um, but like it doesn't take much for our brain to trick us. And then you don't know you're being tricked, right? That's crazy. And we remember our memories differently. And you can get false memories if your parents told you something happened enough when you were 3. When you're an adult, you could be like, oh, when I was 3, I remember this happening, kind of thing. Like my dad and I were talking about a memory that I remember so vividly, even though it didn't feel that significant to me at the time at all, right? So, um, yeah, I think so too, Meg. So, my dad's best friend, I called my Uncle Craig. They were best friends. At some point, like after my dad and mom divorced, we lived with my Uncle Craig for a little bit. Craig never had kids. So I and my brother got a lot of his like, aw, child attention, right? So like he would spoil us. He was a fun uncle. Like he was just my uncle, right? Um, and I was at his house and we were swimming in the pool. And I swam up to him and I looked at his arm right here. And I was like, what is that? Like, what is that? And I remember him saying, I don't remember what he called it. It was psoriasis, but I don't remember him saying that. And he's like, sometimes the cells in my skin get confused and keep growing too much. I was like, oh. And I didn't know it at the time, but it was like one of his deepest insecurities. He absolutely hated and tried to hide the fact that he had psoriasis. And he would have massive breakouts, like where he would just be like covered in it and he hated it. And he was so ashamed. But we were in the pool together. And so he was in his swim bottoms. Um, and I, the person, like one of the most beloved that he had in his life, just touched it and asked about it. So he was so uncomfortable. And he's like, it's pretty gross, right? And I was like, I don't think it's gross. And I just swam off, right? That's my memory of it. But my dad's memory was like, it was so much more bombastic of his memory. Like, um, and so he's telling me the story, and I'm like, oh, I don't remember it like that at all. But I don't know whose version's true. Like, who has the correct memory? What I think it's probably somewhere in the middle, and maybe he had a bigger remembrance of it because he had the context of that was gonna be a really uncomfortable conversation for Craig, and, like, he was more attuned to it to where me, it was more of a casual thing, but from then on, I was like, "Oh, my uncle has psoriasis," kinda thing. Um, anyways, he's dead now. My uncle, not my dad. Uh, and I miss him deeply, and it sucks. But he only passed about a year after I was married, so he did go to my wedding, and I love that very much. And I have a picture of him looking at me as I'm walking down the aisle, and the joy and pride on his face is incredible. So, anyways, memories are weird. Our brains are weird. So when somebody, when you're schizophrenic, that's real. Son of Sam, I don't know if he actually heard stories. Like, I think he made that up based off of almost no evidence. I just decided that. That's so true, Indigo. Your husband has psoriasis, and I've also heard that it's painful exotic. Like, it's painful and embarrassing. And, which I feel so bad because it's not contagious, but it kinda looks contagious, you know? Like, it looks gross, and so then you're embarrassed that you have it, but it's genuinely not that gross of a thing, which is weird. It's just right? Which is why I'm indoctrinating you guys. Like, it's so I'm studying so many good ways to he has psoriatic arthritis. Ouch. I'm trying so hard not to sweat, but I can't take my shirt off because it's not my OnlyFans. Psoriasis on her hands, and it's so I'm so sorry. Like, I get eczema on my, it's kinda my butt cheek, but, like, I would say it shifts a little bit closer to my hip area, right? Um, and I can tell before I have a flare-up because I can feel the nerves start tingling and getting a little bit painful. It's not, "Oh my god, that's painful," but it's like a, "Oh, that stings. Oh, no, I know what's coming." And I've heard that psoriasis has that, like, nerve ouchie. Cults are not illegal. No, they're absolutely not illegal. They're frowned upon, but they're not illegal. Are they illegal? No. Wait, are they? Hmm. Is there a serial killer in Texas? Maybe not. Maybe. Probably. Texas is huge. You have it on your scalp. Ow. You have eczema on your elbows and fingers, and you hate the flare ups in other areas. For the longest time, I had it on my ring finger. And that was when I moved to North Dakota. It was after I had Calvin, and then I moved to North Dakota, which was really cold, but, like, it was so painful that I stopped wearing my ring, and then I got out of the habit of wearing my ring because, like, it was incredibly painful, and I couldn't have my ring sit on top of it. I kind of wondered if my ring was causing it. Nope, I was pregnant, and that's when it started, and then it moved to my hip. They're finding bodies in the swamps. Oh, then yeah, totally. Um, and so now I often forget to wear my ring for huge gaps of time, and, I'm always like, "I wonder if people think, like, I'm mad at my husband?" And it's not that, it's just that I fell out of the habit for years and years, and so now my habit is to not wear one, but sometimes I remember to wear one. You had to get silicone rings, right? Even then, I feel like the water would have trapped under it. My husband had silicone rings, and I do know a man who, he had retired from a factory, and, I grew up with him. Also basically an uncle, and he was, like, leaving the factory, and he went and stood, and he reached up to grab something off of a bunch of wire racks and came down, and his ring caught on the wire racks. So guess who doesn't get to have that finger anymore? Uh, and so that's why I fully supported my husband getting a silicone ring. I was like, "Do that." I love that, Beverly. Your dude has so many bumps on his arms. Are they the tiny little, um, like the little goosey bumpy kind, but they're harder? My kids have those. I think you grow out of them, but I don't know. You have acute eczema? Gross. They told your ma you grow out of it and you just turned 54 and it's still not gone. I hate that for you, babe. That's gotta be so painful. Um, Farman, we're at what? What are we talking about for Farman? What keeps disappearing, stupid? Farman. Oh, public thinks there's a serial killer by me. A bunch of men? That's interesting. You've never heard of silicone rings? Oh, Mark's so far away, I can't show you. But they're just like black rubber rings that will rip off or slide off more easily than metal. Um, so that you don't deglove your finger. So, serial killers aside, what's everybody's New Year's resolution? Mine is to not serial kill in 2026, allegedly. Yes, they're used as wedding rings. Yep, they're like little black, they're made out of silicone rubber and men wear them as wedding rings. Women wear them too, but like a lot of blue collars do. Yeah, so you don't deglove your finger. Not gain my lost weight back. Ashley, I love that. Ashley's is to not regain. Farm and Chick says, hanging with my pup, that's stupid. Pick a different one. Yours is too cute, and I hate that. Honky Tonk really is sing more. What do you sing? Is it country jams? Beverly's gonna finish decluttering her dad's house. Is your dad alive or not alive? Like, are we Swedish death cleaning or are we purging a house after parent passed? Mary never makes a resolution because she's too good. Your friends have their rings tattooed on. I love that idea, but like if you get divorced, sad. Brenda's too good for resolutions. Brenda's resolution is to find a resolution. You want to try dumpster diving? I love that idea. I love that idea. And I want you to do it. To keep your AC below 7. What is that in American? Okay, decluttering various areas through your home. Shut up, everybody. Oh my God, stop it. Come on, we're talking about our resolutions. Jersey, what area are you going to start with first? Your feed keeps freezing. Try to leave and come back in. Turn it off and turn it back on. Beat cancer and keep the weight off? Are we working on the beat cancer, Indigo? You don't do New Year's resolution. Gretchen, you're going to make up one this year, or you don't get to be in the cults. You live with your dad, 93. Okay, Beverly. Big band and pre 1980 honka tonk. That's cute. Giselle, you'll have fun with your colonoscopy. It's so nice. Enjoy. Enjoy the purging of the system. Honestly, I feel like me deciding to decline food a few days in advance before I did the massive purging is what made it not painful and miserable, but I don't know. But if you're tall, you can get back out, farmers. Turn one of the pups into a service dog. That is a good idea, Farman. Rose is to wash her face every night. I love that one. What a good one. Jersey's going to do her pantry first. Brenda's going to go through her Christmas decoration hoard and donate a lot. I think that's a good idea. Beth wants to eat better and exercise more. I love that for you, babe. Michelle's stupid. Becoming a first grandmother. That can't be your resolution. Oh, but to be the coolest grandmother to your little blessing. That is a good one, Karen. Ovarian cancer. Indigo, when did you get diagnosed? How far are we into treatments? Diabetes, A1C, average blood glucose level. So we're trying to manage or you're trying to achieve diabetic levels. Let me know which way to cheer you. Get stronger and get A1C to 5. ALC? Wait, how, tell me yours again. Take your med supplements daily. That's very important. I love that one. Okay. Lindsay developed narcissistic personality disorder, so nothing is my problem. Shut up, Lindsay. Lindsay's got to be muted for an hour for being funnier than me. Hi, Daisy. Welcome. It's not a cult. You're fine. So read the whole Bible. Love that one. Okay, God, guys, like I love the interaction, but knock it off. Oh, ma'am, I need to know before the end of the year, please. I'm not English. Shenanigans is like, Beastie, where are you from? What is your native language? You helped. Oh, Amber, you're getting your hormones checked. I love that, sweetie. Thank you, Mary, for deleting that. You could have just changed it to Health Yourself 2026. Dum dum. Exotic's going to be more organized. Mother fricker. Okay, diagnosed November 2024. Okay. Yes, and it's 2025, so a year. Okay. I love that and keep us posted, please. Yours is to bake all of our breads. I love that / hate that because how did I not like I would just eat a loaf of bread. I'd be like, "Oh man, gotta eat it before it's gone." And then I would eat copious amounts of bread. You're gonna continue my example World domination? Oh, grace to self and discard with abandon it to downsize and lower stress. Do it, girl. Nobody wants your cheap crap. Nobody wants it. If you donated, Goodwill would throw it away too. Just throw it away. It's fine. No one cares. Read more. I love that, Steve. What are you going to read? Real books or, sorry, that was tangible books, real like books or Kindle? Austria, so it's German. Oh, I wish Mark's grandma's nearby. Shenanigans is just fun nonsense activities. So it's not anything mean, but it's kind of like chaotic fun. I'm sweating, Sarah. I'm sweating. And I don't want to take my shirt off because I'm wearing my pajamas. Oh, you tried? You could have just what, Brett? Stop. Sorry, Debbie's. I decided to get up and do this. I am so sweaty. I need to stop calling my family dorks. I do all the time. Learn to control my potty mouth. I do not want or have that skill set. Gargle salt water every day. It's a thirst trap for my OnlyFans. Yours is to stop swearing. Wow, two people who don't want to. Chaotic TM, stop trademarking, Jamie. Two people who don't want to swear as much. Hey, Sonia Begonia, what you doing? A razor? Yeah. You're gonna shave your legs? Yeah. Okay, so hey, look next to my sink. In a blue box by my sink, there should be new razors. Okay, thank you. See if you can show it to me. Books, you're very tactile. Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. And then dad also bought shaving cream next to it. If you look, it's pink. Tall girl Jessica, I did, and they appreciated it very much. Thank you, sweetie. You have been OMAD for years. Love that for you. You lost 105 and balanced your hormones on your own after being on progesterone for 3 years. Daisy, that's incredible. I really need to, first of all, my hormone doctor had to move her clinic. She broke her lease and moved clinics, but I don't know when she's going to open again. And like, for sweaty dorks, Michelle, you're so stupid. I bought deodorant. I did. And I bought unscented because I'm getting so weird that like even my usual deodorant smells like baby powder. It's not baby powder, but I can't handle it. And so I bought unscented and I just think I'm going to be smelly. But thank you. You're an idiot. Also, my boobs are sweating. Get me boob sweat. I think I bought the Loom, so I technically can put it anywhere and put it under. You're still getting itchy pits from what? Oh my God, I read that weird, Brenda. But Jamie, have your kids broken any other bones? Um, I'm so sweaty. I hate this. Loom is great for underboob. Guess what? Okay. You need to get insurance so I get back. Oh, okay. Let me talk about thyroid meds, you guys. So, two people on two different videos mentioned to me that they thought I had a goiter because I do, like, if you look, the shading here and here, and I tend to, which is a blessing, hashtag blessing, uh, gain weight. When I gain my weight, I gain it in my neck. Thank God, right? So, um, and face, love that for me. And body, I just gain it, right? And so I had to go. So I was like, well, my anxiety is not going to just let that sleeping dog lie. So I went to the doctor on Christmas Eve, which was hilarious. And like first thing in the morning, also stupid. And so I went, I was like, I just need to be checked for a goiter. And so the nurse is a dude and he's like, I was like, I just need you to say fat neck. And he so didn't want to say fat neck. And I was like, just say fat neck. And he's like feeling my neck. And he's like, you know, it does seem like for weight distribution to have settled predominantly in your neck. I was like, just say fat neck. And he's like, it seems like a fat neck. I was like, haha, thanks. And so my doctor comes in and two things. One, I was like, do you think the VA, because I go to the VA because I'm a veteran, do you think the VA would help me get hormonal supplements. Like, would you guys do that?" And she's like, "I could get you a referral to an OB, but I that's a waste of time." She's like, "We just went to a seminar where they're like, 'Please don't do testosterone for HRT for women.'" And I was like, "Why?" And she's like, they're like, gross." I was like, "But I feel so much better on it. Like, I'm so much happier. Why? Why?" And so I was like, "Don't even bother shifting me to an OB. Like, I don't not interested in that. I will find if my doctor doesn't open up a new clinic, I will just go to a different one because I do think we need to do something. I'm still in the dregs of nothing levels and my symptoms suck. I hate it so much." Um, ooh, Loom. Yeah, she had an allergic reaction from a chick. Loom made your mom's armpits really raw, like it burned her. I have to alternate deodorants. Um, you like native too, works good, no irritation, smells great. Yeah, I have to like cycle them. Like I have to cycle shampoo where like abruptly that doesn't work anymore and I have to go to a different one. And I don't think they have like cleanser, like deodorant cleanser for your armpits. I do wash with soap. I understand that exists. And so pivot back to my story, stupids. And then she's like, "Okay, you're here because you think you have a goiter." And she like felt my neck. And she's like, No, but like, let's just test your thyroids and do an ultrasound." I was like, "Okay, so you say no, but now you want to order labs and stuff like that?" She's like, "You said it bothers you." I was like, "Yes." And she goes, "And that you have anxiety about whether or not like you have thyroid dysfunction." I was like, "Yes." And she goes, "Let's rule it out." And I was like, "Oh, thanks." And so I got have you considered a chin strap? So I got it's because they don't Michelle says it's because they don't want to take you to take over the overtake the patriarchy. If you get testosterone, the pharaohs will take over. I'm really excited about my penis. Um, and so I had my thyroids tested and they're absolutely fine. It's fat neck syndrome. That's what I have. So that was a fun Christmas treat to hear fat neck syndrome. So for smelly armpits, just use Vagisil pH balanced soap. Meg, I can't tell you how much I would never take any of your suggestions seriously. I know you. I feel like that's a prank. I feel like you're pranking me. I feel like you would tell me that Nair is a really good conditioner. FNS is a serious concern. What is FNS? Mm, wait, Mary, what'd you say about my chubby neck? Mary, I can't. It's so hard to scroll. So to get you running to the doctor, we just have to question a shadow on your chubby neck. I mean, it has to be randos and it has to happen more than once. And then I get all weirded out. Lots of deodorants makes my armpits itch. And wild deodorant turned my pit dark brown. Weird, Jamie. Also, I've never heard of that brand. Um, Fat neck syndrome. Michelle, I just figured it out. How about antiperspirant? Maybe, but I also think the aluminum in it, in all of it, is going to give me breast cancer. I've decided that. You have fat belly syndrome? Same. You have fat neck syndrome with your whole body. It's a pandemic, guys. Be careful. Dove antibacterial body wash works great if you hot flash. I wonder why that is, Christina. Men with foreskin should also use this. It acts like a moisturizer. See, a Dr. Quinn medicine woman, I don't know. You get loose hanging crepe skin on your neck, not super it's like I hate that. But also I love that because the other option is to die and have your body rot. So, like we should lean into some of this. Ugh. Oh, Lexi's an idiot. Um, Sorry. I have incredibly bad cramps right now, but I'm also grateful because I started my period. Because for the last 2 days, I had a really bad migraine and my hot flashes were intense. And I was like, please, please, please just let this moment pass and I can move on with my life. So, but it did distract me. It did come and hit me pretty hard. Flabby skin is better than death. You have loose skin on your arms and I hate it. It's so weird how much we don't like. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, I think Jesus gave you the best gift of all, Jessica. Yeah, I don't think there is a natural deodorant that works all day. I don't. But also, ugh, I don't know. Can you wear clothes in the next life? I will, but, like, don't you love my shirt scarf? It does look like I'm naked underneath. Still not over your albatross, Jesus. Somebody got offended and laughed, but I didn't mean it like that. I just mean, like, Christmas does not feel like renewal. It doesn't. Easter feels like renewal to me. New Year's and Easter. Christmas does not. It just doesn't. It is so hard to New Year, New Me with a Christmas tree. I wasn't, Steven. I did not know Adam the Woo whatsoever. The only reason I knew he existed and died was because the millennial Meg was like, "Oh, I think Adam the Woo died." It's like, "No." Um, Michelle, where are you from? Sarah Coffee wants to come murder you. She thinks she knows you in real life and wants to stab you. How are you hot? Hormones. I have hormones that are assholes. Meg's gonna rearrange your room and use your Max trainer to 10,000 steps a day. I love that goal, babe. Feels like a blank slate, but spring is filling in the blank slate with something good. So New Year's feels like a blank slate. Christmas decor, especially like let's not act like my house is decorated for Jesus at all. Like I have commercial Christmas happening. I have Coca-Cola turn Santa's clothes red. True story. Christmas going on out there. That's what I have. This has 0.2% to do with Jesus. That is fun commercial Christmas. The trees to make the pagans come over, all of that stuff. So then if I strip it, some religious people are like, that hurts Jesus's feelings. I was like, doubtful. Like, where did Jesus say, put your swirly lollipops on the wall and leave them there until the 6th? You know, Jesus doesn't like red balls hanging from your ceiling. I bet he does though. So then, because it's your birthday, Melanie, no one cares about your birthday. I think I yelled at you about that last time, right? That's fun. Continuity. That's fun. Um, it's Angela from Five. Hi, honey. Um, can I say I'm just so actually glad I made it in time for a live stream. Glad to see you dorks in real time. We're so happy to have you, Mrs. Watcher. Jesus doesn't care about balls. He might. I can think of at least one set. Um, You need the Grinch to come down. So the overspill of Christmas after Christmas passes, any holiday for me, the overspill of the holiday bothers me. Halloween, I want that stuff gone the day after, right? So, um, it feels heavy and cluttered and like you're holding on to the past when you leave Christmas up. So it's so hard to New Year, New Me because it's not the new year. You're still in leftover hangover of Christmas, you know? Jesus get mad for Santa for stealing a spotlight, right? And um, and so it's just very funny to me. The guy was like, "Wow, bold move decorating with Jesus's murder weapons." Like, why do you like it so much, guys? That's literally how I died. Why do you like that? Um, what's wrong with Holly? What are we mad at Holly for? Holly said that. Oh, sorry. I left at it too. Um, Yeah, Jesus doesn't care about our stuff, and all of the rules are made up. Like, all of the rules are made up, you guys. Like, we're really digging into made up rules. Like, the tree is for the pagans. We were just trying to gaslight them into joining our cult. And I love that for us. It worked really well. But we hide eggs during Easter. Why? Because you would think that our fertility time, the hiding the eggs, the fertility, the rebirth, and everything like that would have been tied to his birth, right? And also, he wasn't born in Christmas, he was born in June. Like, it's all made up. So, I don't the more I whinge about made up rules, the more I feel like maybe I'm Protestant, not Catholic, and that's terrifying. I just wanna be in charge of the Catholic Church. I wanna be pope. I wanna be able to make up the rules. I feel like I can make them make more sense. Also, tradition is important to me, so that doesn't make sense. I'm glad I'm making my own cult. I feel like it'll be easier. You're still wearing the same thing, it hasn't showered. I might could shower after this. I don't know. Um, sweater. Have I read Daisy, have you read Dana Case White's book? I always believe never bring anything into the new year, so the tree and the deco has to be down. That's really interesting, Chris. I like that idea. What am I wearing right now? Pajamas and a sweatshirt, but I'm having a hot flash, so the sweatshirt has to come mostly off, but I can't remove my shirt entirely because it would be significantly more inappropriate than even this. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Like I have a shirt on, but I think it's mildly too thin and the cleavage isn't bad, but it's just too thin. I'm just I saw a zombie rapid response card. That makes me so happy. I love that. Love you. Bye, Casey. Thank you, Holly. See, I feel like it'd be really good. Um, Jesus was born closer to Easter. Oh, I was like on Easter, but you're right. I got confused. According to when the bright star was in the sky. That's funny. I won't take it off because I don't. Everybody's upset. So the name of the book is How to Keep House While Drowning, Daisy. I'm almost positive, but I said that with an authority that was not appropriate to my level of confidence that that's what it's called. August 21st. No, Christina. No. It was June or July. You're lying to me. It was June or July. It's like June 6th. Okay, so I need to have a discussion with Calvin with how hard he's shutting doors. But he's not intentionally slamming doors. What I think happened is that during a growth spurt, he is much stronger than he hasn't caught up to his strength. And so he's not applying the correct amount of force. He's using old amount of force with current body strength, and he is slamming the fuck out of all the doors. Jesus doesn't care about my messy house. He just genuinely, I don't think he does. I think he would care if maybe I started a cult in his name and took all your cash and bought myself a private jet. Think that would bother him, not whether or not I do my dishes. You've been in PJ since before Christmas. When the brakes went out in the van, that's terrifying, Brenda. How to keep house while losing your mind. No, it's how to keep house while drowning. Fight me. Decluttering at the speed of life for Dana K. White. Okay, who did the drowning then? But the king/queen does? Yeah, the slamming of the doors, I just think it's a mismatch of where his body is, right? You're applying logic to an old story. Which one? The nicest way possible to say stop slamming the damn doors. Like we've had those discussions and we've had the like me turning the handle, shutting the door to show that kind of thing. But yeah, he's in the anger strength growing boy, but I'm sorry stage. He's almost as tall as me. It's crazy. Um, but like I remember because you get really klutzy and just things don't match correctly. And it's not his fault. He's not doing it to be a dick. He's not like slamming doors because he's mad at me or anything like that. He just genuinely hasn't realized it. Uh the whole keep house while drowning, but who is it, you guys? Casey Rowling? I don't know him, Steven. I don't have a tribute because I don't know him. And it's really hard for me to give a crap about celebrities passing because I don't care because I don't know them. Casey Davis, yes. Um, it's very rare for one to come across where I'm like, "Oh my god, I do care about that." Mostly I'm like, "That's interesting." Um, reverse psychology, everyone else starts slamming doors. Your late husband always slammed the microwave door. My kids 100%, especially when I was sleeping. Guess who woke up every single time, right? You just fall up the stairs all the time during your teenage growth spurt. I remember that. Not you doing it. I don't remember you doing it. I remember me doing it. Have fun, Daisy. He cares about your house by Dana K. White. Heart, thank you. I'm sorry, Christine. Um, I swear I carried my son around on my hip until I couldn't lift him anymore. Now he could probably carry me. I still pick up my kids just because that one stupid ass thing that went around where they say one day you'll set your kids down and you'll never pick them up again ruined me. And so now I'm like, come get who wants uppies? Come here for uppies real quick. They don't enjoy it, but I am forcing the issue. And that's best for me. Happy New Year's Eve, Lilia. Lilia, I swear you're my next door neighbor. Stop watching me, creep. If you were my neighbor. If you're not my neighbor, hi, honey. Even if you were my neighbor, hi, honey. But like still, I'm on to you. My mom put tea towels over the doors in our house. Love that though. Also, I'm hungry. I've been sick to my stomach the last 2 days, so I'm really excited to be hungry. Remove door, son will behave. Yeah, I just don't think I'm gonna have kids that do that. Like I just don't see that happening. So, but I would rather talk about why he has the urge to slam doors. Um, yeah, I don't see it. I don't know. What time do my kids get up? Like 10, 10:30? Because I don't think they go to sleep until like 2 or 3. That it must have been the migraine, Michelle, because I was miserable. Beth, how would we address you if you became Poe? Her Holiness, I believe, right? Her Holiness, Beth the Feral Tradwife. Oh my God, that'd be so funny. It'd be so funny. Feliz Navidad, Patricia. Hold on, I have to sing the song in my head to get it. Please, y prospero año y felicidad. You wish your kids would sleep. How old are they? Want warm weather? Because it comes like with teens. But again, I don't force my teens to go to bed early because their natural sleep rhythm is completely bonkers. Her holier than thou. Yep, that is it. You know what? Prior to Pope, actually, right now, as the cult leader, her holier than thou is exactly what my formal title is. I love that so much. Actually, a long-winded therapy session with me stopped my boys from fighting so much. That's interesting, Beth. 6 and 3. Oh, yeah, no, they're up so early. They're up so early. It's so miserable. But Mark and I were just talking about it, how like it feels very abrupt where you have your kids, right? And they're always there. They're just always there. The abruptness of the teen, they're in their room and you just don't see them is so fast and hilarious. Like a lot of the times, one of the first things we hear slash see Calvin do is he comes out of his room and goes, "What's for dinner?" That's like when we first really see him. You hate it when his voice changed? I feel like I'm hearing it now, but we'll see. I might have enthusiasm for school if I could have adjusted the schedule to second shift, right? Like, I'm not gonna force them. It's just I think it's terrible and we shouldn't do it to kids. Your first year, your kids have sleeping in on a break though, Jamie, your whole house, including you, have been getting up around 9 AM. You haven't slept at 9 AM since they were born. It's magical. But with my perimenopause, I have such an annoying disrupted sleep schedule too that I genuinely need to sleep till 9 because my body is like 3 AM and everything tingles. Like you get itch like restless leg slash arm syndrome. Miserable. So I'm like up, pacing, stretching, doing random things, telling my kids like, "What are you up to?" And so like I'm fortunate that we do get to sleep in. Your boys are 10 and 8. The 10-year-old will eat the fridge and sleep till 2 PM. Your 8-year-old is up at 5 AM every day. Ugh. That's the worst of both worlds. Hate that for you. Would you like an extra child? 14. She would fit right in. She would fit right in, Beth. I'll get extra chicken strips. We can do this. She has to learn how to fit her pacing schedule in with the girls' current pacing pattern slash schedules, but they're really good at merging with each other. So that's good. You use the Rick Simpson oil? I have never heard of that, babe, but I need it. Ugh. I wish I was the opposite. I loved going to bed at 9 and waking up at 4. Like, that was ideal for me, but no. Your HRT is helping you sleep like a baby. Hate that for you. I have to get mine adjusted. I just cannot get into my doctor, and I'm very frustrated. I'm very frustrated. So, because like I'm supporting with progesterone and testosterone, but they're still like in the bottom. Ran out of that word. Anyways, they're like psh, plummeted still. But I also feel like I do need more estrogen, but I'm estrogen dominant because I have like no other hormones. But I want to add in estrogen and severely increase progesterone and testosterone because like even though I'm supplementing, I don't have any. And so like what's the point? You know? Like give me enough to make me in a normal level or why are we doing any of this, right? Your 21-year-old dog has doggy dementia. Oh, that's sad. But like poor guy. Relish the woes of the kid schedules now before you know it, they're out of the house. Oh, I wish, Karen, but we'll probably only have Calvin leave the house. But I will miss him when he's gone. Hopefully, we can get a compound and he'll live in the house next to me. The estrogen patch made all the difference for you. I hate you, Jamie. And you take progesterone every single that doesn't make sense though. You don't take it 2 night that for the second half of your cycle, the progesterone? Because, like, why would you don't really need progesterone the whole time. Answer me. All the kids were taller than me by the time they were 11. Well, Calvin's not taller than me, and he is 12, but Mark grew, like, 3 inches one summer after he hit puberty, so empty nest projected trauma. What do you mean by projected trauma? Is taking you to by storm? Because I do wanna it goes faster. Kids are 40 and 36. I love that. Your kids don't have autism, so they'll be leaving at some point. I mean, it's a blessing and a curse. It really is, where you're just like, I'm so proud of you for going out and living in the world, but then like you're no longer their primary home. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're always their mom, but like you're not their primary. Just starting perimenopause, that sucks, Beth. Sucks to be you. Okay, so honestly, Beth, if you can, an OBGYN, if you're in America and probably if you're in Canada, but in Europe, it's a little bit easier from what I've heard. Um, it's hard to find an OBGYN who will get on board right now. But if you can find like a med spa, which sounds sketchy as shit, but you can get a neuropathic doctor who supports hormone health and HRT and have them test your levels and then get support through that because it doesn't have to be as miserable as it is. Um, if you have a uterus, you need progesterone when on estrogen. Often, I do believe that here they don't couple it that much. A lot of people just get estrogen. I don't know if that's true. Jamie says, "Nope, she has it on you every day. It helps you sleep." I love that for you, babe. Brenda's got a forever kid on how bad it will be when happens, not living for the now. Oh, Mary, I hate that. That's got to be hard to constantly live in the fear of what you're not going to have in the future. That has to be really hard. Okay, thanks, but I have no money. Oh, yeah. So you just get to suffer. The poors get no help and it sucks balls. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Beth, you're going through it, babe. And that sucks butt. And I'm so sorry. Um, and it's expensive. So it's really hard to like cobble through if like it's not in the budget, it's not easily obtainable. Although I would say my testosterone progesterone when I get it is about $70. It's the testing. It's the testing that gets you. All the fields they run by NPs are very understanding and knowledgeable. Yes, I do love that so much. Um, might be the name. Oh, maybe. It's just when I was having a hard time a long time ago, um, a lot of my PTSD didn't like really fester in war trauma. Like it exposed itself in other ways. Um, and a lot of it had to do with my kids dying, and I would just hyper focus on it. I remember one time I went through and I cut all of the cords off of all of our blinds and then piled them on a bed and took a picture and sent it to my husband. I was like, "Now our kids will never hang themselves on accidents." And they were very young. My husband's like, "Do any of your our blinds still work?" I was like, "Oh, no, I didn't think about that." Right. And so, like, and then I'd get like hyper focused on like if we were going to go on a road trip, what if we got into a car accident and the car flipped over and then we all died by then like the kids were trapped hanging upside down until they slowly died kind of thing. And I was like really struggling with that. And so I was talking to a therapist at the time and she's like, "Sure, yeah, okay, that could happen." Right. But you can't borrow the pain from the future. Like they've actually done studies that if you grieve the future, and you like focus on it, like especially if like there's a terminal diagnosis and you grieve for what's going to happen when they die, it genuinely doesn't lessen the grief you have when they actually die. It might make it worse because you feel it twice. And so I've been really trying hard not to grieve the future of my made up things that could happen, right? But but it feels the same, like, I could but maybe I can't project out the fear of not having my kids and being an empty nester because I won't, in all likelihood, ever be an empty nester. Yeah, your mind can't tell the difference between imagined reality and reality. And so, like, if you so you can't just, like, focus and dwell on it. So, honestly, when my friend Jessica, her son was diagnosed with cancer, and she's like, "What if he dies?" I was like, "Yeah, what if he dies? There's a chance. He has cancer. It would be the worst thing that ever happened to you. It would be unimaginable pain. But we can't feel that pain now. We can't pre-feel it. So we're not going to dwell on it together." And I'm sure she still dwelled on it. Like that's what you do, right? But it genuinely won't help. And that actually helped me not ruminate on possible things that were going to happen. There's an ad that has a song about that. And the first time I heard it, it's because genuinely motherhood is imagining terrible things that can happen to your kids. Yeah, I mean, it's just so I try not to. Christina, thankfully, the new research shows for the majority of women, HRT at the right time of early perimenopause doesn't cause cancer. Yeah, they took away the black box label on estrogen. They were like, "Oops, just kidding." You went through that with your dad when he was sick, Dana. You mourned twice. I mean, it's terrible and you shouldn't, but like probably impossible to avoid. Like that's a very hard thing to avoid, right? Dang, Brenda, that's terrifying. Your son almost died at birth and again in 2016. Yikes. Yikes. Um, I try to say, what if it doesn't happen to ease my mind for all worries? I love that, Colden McDonald. Also, first time I think I've seen you say something. Is that accurate? Is that your first time saying something? How's Jessica's son doing? He is going through it. Like, you can't be like, "Oh, he's fine. He's great. He's wonderful, thriving." No, he's going through a ton of really hard cancer chemotherapy, and it sucks. He's doing shit, right? Um, you didn't do HRT and still got breast cancer. I mean, that's crazy, Sharon. Like, it's not crazy, obviously. Like, it just your son got stuck in the birth canal. Well, that's your fault. Have a better birth canal, Lindsay. Terrible parenting. He was great when he came out. Most babies are gray when they come out. All the babies I've seen are gray when they come out, and it's very shocking, grayish blue. It's very shocking because you don't expect it, but when they inhale oxygen for the first time, they pink up. Um, your husband died suddenly. There was no preparing for it anyway. Okay. What I want to say feels like the wrong thing to say, Beth, because I'm not glad he died at all. And I wish he hadn't. Nope, you know what? I don't have any experience. Because I can't decide. I can't decide. I wanna say half is, I'm grateful it was sudden because you didn't have to deal with a terrifying long illness to manage it. "Hey, bud, what's up?" "Do, do, do. Do beans." She's not here. Go check where your dad is. But also, I feel like having an abrupt I the startling factor, and that's such a weird way of saying it, but the startling factor of an abrupt death has to be so hard. I don't know. Your first son had a traumatic 5 minutes at birth, and that alone messed me up for about a year. Oh, okay. So, yes, Jamie, to immediately minimize what you just said, it's so hard because I know that there are a lot of moms out there who had a really hard, really traumatic birth. And then you have to kind of like pretend it didn't happen, right, Jamie? Because didn't a lot of people like when you're like, that was really hard, really scary, that fucked me up. I'm having a hard time with what happens. And they're like, healthy baby, like he survived. Aren't you grateful he survived, Jamie? How could you have a hard feeling about his birth when you had a baby that survived? Like, what if you, like, some people get babies that die. So you shouldn't have had a problem with what happens or talk about it or feel anything but gratitude for what happened to you. That's all we like. And I genuinely feel like that's how a lot of births go, where you're like, but did you die? It's like, no, I'm allowed to have a baby that survived and is healthy and have really bad feelings about what happened during the process. You're allowed to have those. And it's so stupid that we're like, right? Um, yeah, Jamie, I can't imagine how hard that was. And of course you couldn't stop thinking about it, right? And it's awful. And you should still feel like you can have negative feelings about that birth. You're allowed to look back and say, that was wretched. I was really scared and I wish it hadn't happened. Like, we don't have to just pretend like things are okay to be healed and move forward. Not mental health advice, because I am not a trained professional. I'm just the best at everything all the time. Shoulder dislocated. Gross. And ow. Done with your makeup. Yay, girl. I bet you look amazing. Wearing heels. Whoa, be careful. Be so careful. But you're going to do amazing. Wait, first of all, shut up. Why are you wearing heels? It is only one. Like, why are you wearing heels already? You're stupid. And you put on your makeup too early. You're stupid. What are you doing that you're like ready early? That's stupid. How dare you? Your 30-year-old daughter is autistic and still lives at home. She has a pretty good job. Oh, we went away. And you doubt she'll ever move out? Oh my God, I'm so hungry. Unexpected passing is a longer grieving process. I bet that's true, Mary. I bet that's incredibly true. I'm so hungry. Dinner before the hotel? Still. Wait, yeah, I know we're in different time zones, but I feel like you're wrong still. I feel like you're wrong. You're doing it wrong. Um, Same with miscarriages, especially early ones. At least you weren't attached to it. Ugh, I do want lunch. Um, I'm not sweating, even though I put my sweater back on. Okay, what am I gonna have for lunch? Probably you know what I really wanna make is spicy chicken. I am a time suck. It's already been an hour and 18 minutes. You found her. You heard her crying? You know what? Don't put her on the bed because there are no stairs, so she can't get off, so she doesn't get the choice of on or off. Do I want her? Sure, everybody would like to see her. That sounds great. Oh, could you pick that up? We knocked it over. Spilled a bit. Okay, so there's the Kesha. There's the Kesha. Thanks, Bubba. Bye. Bye, I love you. She's also doing a whole the abyss before New Year's messy girl situation. When my kids ask me what for dinner, I tell them children. My dad used to say hot buttered squirrel and stuffed peas. So many fireworks. I like the idea of fireworks. Sammy's got pink belly. Don't want to brag, but it's pink. I know. Sometimes we gotta push it back in. Like, do means put it back in. And they made her hair look like they cut her hair really short. I also asked that they cut very close to inside of her mouth because her tongue pulls her hair back in. There's no teeth to block that, right? And but they left the hair on her ear so long. So now when she picks it up, like her ear, they're just so much disproportionate. They're huge. They're so big. When she wants to be held, she tucks her hands in like that for me to hold them. Bye, Beverly. Um, you should do an advice video where people comment in. I genuinely want to do that, Amy. I really want to do that. Like, I want to give unhinged life advice. I feel like I'd be so good at it. So good. I would solve everybody's problems immediately. So, oh, she's so warm. Ooh, meatball stroganoff. That sounds really good, Brenda. She started doing this thing where she kicks me for attention, and I kind of love that. Karen's dog is watching Do Beans. I left it as a comment for somebody. Okay, so her name is Kesha Moana Polka Dot, right? And then, okay, you're not fat. It's fine. Her name is Kesha Moana Polka Dot. And she once got into, when she was a puppy, she got into spaghetti. And so we called her Spaghetti Head or Spaghetti Noodle. Okay, gotta go somewhere. Love you. Bye. So we called her Noodle. And then at the same time, we were watching a lot of Blue's Clues. And I don't know if it was that one or something tangential to that, but they had, when they draw, they go a doodle, doodle, doodle. Okay, she thought I was singing to her. Anyways, they would doodle. And so it went from noodle to doodle to do to Kesha do beans. So that's how she got all, that's where we at when we call her do or beans or do beans. Spicy chicken. It's going to be so good. I know, right, Mary? I have a really cute video that I'll put into one of my next. Mark really hurt his back. So I filmed it and mocked him. Cause of YouTube, guys. And it's Kesha desperately needing his attention, but Mark's in so much pain. He's fine. Actually, he's not fine. He's still in a lot of pain. But I filmed it just in case I had to take him to the ER, because then we would have had, a family crisis episode, and that would get clicks, right? Especially if he had to wear a hospital gown, right? If he had to change into his undies. Not the worst. Your cat got stuck in a tire. That is insane. And you called it lug nuts. That's adorable. Your Eloise went to Ella Bella Boo Bear. That's adorable. Worst my favorite. Yes. But that's fine. It'd be so funny. Guy on the radio said, go to the bathroom 5 minutes before midnight tonight so you don't have to take any of that crap into the new year. See, colonoscopy prep prior to the new year. Clean slate. I tell you what. More than a year ago, you told us that you attended lots of births. Why is that? I was a doula for a while, Beastie. I don't know if you have them in Germany, but it is a non-medical person who is just there to help the mother through birth. Mark, Christy, my old best friend from high school whose sister died that we're going to the funeral for, exclusively calls Mark Marcy. Your Frank went from Frank to asshole. It's true. Thank you, April's granddaughter. That's very sweet. Espresso machine update is in a box because, see, Jamie, my husband hurt his back, and I am a simple, humble woman who is not going to put together the effing Christmas stand, not Christmas, that was a weird thing to say, like coffee bar thing additional that he also got me for Christmas. And I'm not unboxing the espresso machine. That's for the patriarchy to do. Actually, what it has to do is I have to clean from Christmas and then set things up, right? Um, yeah, it's being a doula is my favorite. I love it. I just had to stop Steve. I just had to stop because my kids it was too difficult to have in that phase of life. It's being a doula and being a midwife is an old woman's job. Like that is for the olds. And I'm super excited when I get the olds to do it again. But it's impossible to like manage childcare for I don't know when she's going to go into birth and I don't know how long I'll be gone for, could be 36 hours, right? Um it is the patriarchy's work and he's like, my back hurts so bad I might have to go to the hospital, but I refuse to go to the hospital. What an idiot. I just want me as wired. Did you get one too, Jamie? I'm very excited for it. Lindsay, I am so glad you had a terrible morning, and I am apologetic that I had any way to help. I just want you to suffer. 2026, the year Lindsay suffers. We're gonna look on back on that in a year and like gonna be a real bummer if you have a rough year, Lindsay, and I hexed you. But it would also validate my power to control slash ruin people's lives. So it's like a win-win for me, but definitely a lose-lose for you. You got an espresso, but it's life-changing. Am I filming taking Christmas decor down? 100%. Yeah. Yes. Can't wait. I wanted to do it a little bit ago, but I got that stupid migraine and I just don't care that much. So I didn't. But it will come down. I might could do it later today. Feels unlikely. So I might could do it tomorrow. No, alfalfa falfa gaskviv. He was squeegeeing the shower and threw his back out because we are old and that's just what happens. Nicest YouTuber ever. Jamie was buzzed for all of Vlogmas. I love that. If Mark has to seek mental help, you need to put the code of shame. Shut up. 100%. I want to do that so badly. So badly. You got your husband a 6-in-1 ninja girl. Love that, Christina. Um, your husband's old boss threw his back out, wiping his butt. Ashley, like, how did he not lie about what happened? I would have lied. I wouldn't have said that at all. Oh, I just pumped my back and it felt great. Um, but okay, so here's something that I've been holding on to for a little bit, you guys, is so Mark, do you guys remember harken back to the days when Mark had kidney issues and we weren't sure what was going on, but there was something wrong with him? Um, I have a Ninja. I don't know which one it is, but it's indoor and I use it all the time and I love it so much. Um, so Mark was unwell and we couldn't chase it down. And then I was really nervous about what it was going to be. Uh, because we were trying to at one point previously, we were just trying to rule out Parkinson's or MS because those are rule out everything else diagnoses. They're not like you can't really like get a blood test for it kind of thing. And so like I'm trying to figure out how I will only have so many good years left with him and it was really scary and stuff like that. Um but we couldn't pin down what his symptoms were coming from. And on one of his brain scans, he still had spots, but they hadn't moved or grown or anything like that, so that was a relief, but, like, somehow they caught a little bit of his neck and realized they saw how bad that part of his neck was, so then they traveled down, and his neck is crushing some of the nerves, and also lower on his back, it was crushing his nerves, and so he's been going to physical therapy because you have to go to physical therapy a certain amount of times before they're like, just kidding. Physical therapy is not working. Now we'll refer you to their neurosurgeon. And I do have the dehydrate function. And so he's been going to physical therapy. And I feel like it's genuinely making things worse. I was like, how is this making things worse for you? But because things have been shifting and he's been moving and doing stuff, like something just shifted in the wrong direction for him in one of the spots. And he does have his referral to the MRI and then to a neurosurgeon. And so I'm just grateful. Like, I'm so glad that he has a messed up back. I'm so glad he has a messed up back. Like, the gratitude I have for it, I'm so unbelievably grateful that that's what it is and not a terminal degenerative brain disease, right? Like, I'm so excited about that. I'm just so grateful that it's not the worst, you know? Um, Whatever he does, don't do back sur I mean, it depends if he can't walk. So I don't know, Melissa, if that's what it is. To be honest, I'm very vague on what it is still. Don't let him sneeze, right? So, hey, good looking. Do you wanna show everybody your outfit, especially in the pants region? No, gross, pervert. Anyways, I'm talking about you, stupid. Congrats on the nerve impingement. Babe, Sarah says congrats on your nerve impingement. She's really proud of you. He said, thanks. I worked really hard. Idiot. Um, so he's gonna go to the no, he's wearing sexy sweatpants. So Mary says she's glad your back's bad. um, he's moving so fast now, though. Like he was like snail's pace creeping. And I was just like, move, like I was like, do you want to go to the doctor? Do you want to go to the doctor? And now he's moving so fast. I'm real proud of you, babe. Thanks. You're brave and strong. Okay. Um, that's really far, honky tonk. But he is often in Huntsville. I think it's gonna be in Huntsville coming up. Um, so anyways, the neurosurgeon that he's referred to are very conservative about surgery. So there's many different things. He's not in here anymore, Pam. Um, so he can walk in the room and set up in his present. Jamie, that is so valid. Thank you. Um, I am very distracted. I saw my husband's pants, but he has a hurt back. So I guess we'll just be distracted. Um, Seriously, where put me back on the train of thought, guys. Help. Oh, so there's a lot of stuff they can do prior, and then hopefully he'll be a brand new man. Hashtag new year, new Mark. If he's not, I'm definitely divorcing him though, because I don't want a broken one. I haven't upgraded in so long. I haven't like at some point, like we'll see what the trade-in value is. I bet there are new features. Um Steve's distracted as well. Pervert. So the end. Now, yep, done with that story. Let's move on. Oh, it's been an hour and a half. We should get off, you guys. Nobody asked me what my New Year's resolutions were, which I find to be incredibly rude and selfish. You guys are very self-centered. Very. Ooh, ooh, I finally cooled off. Your first husband was a Mark, but not with a C. Mine has a C. I do have a new planner yet. Thank you, Brett. Mary gave it to me. Lindsay, that is so kind of you to ask. I'm very grateful that you asked about my New Year's. Now I take the hex off of you. I don't need you to have a too late, Mag, too late, Mary. Oh, yes, my new planner. It's in my room somewhere. Thank you, Sharon. I appreciate that. Okay, so my New Year's resolutions this year is to like really budget and stick to a budget. Not in the sense of the fact that like I just want to I don't want to talk about it that much. Mark's over there. I have a goal to pay off the RV in 2 years. But I've been watching a lot of finance content and I just want to be more um observant of my budget and break the dishwasher better. Beth, I need that so badly. I can't even talk about it. So, hi, Vero. Um, That was funny. Mark with a K is like skid mark, April. Um, so I think I want to budget out a little bit better and be more mindful of where I'm putting excess funds, like maybe stop doing so much Amazon stuff. But do I coupon, save, or budget? I don't really, Meg. Um, I used to. So you can get on board with that resolution too. Thank you, honey. Um, we for a long time lived well within slash below, and we've made crazy choices that set us up in a different position. For example, like Mark and I have been together since we were babies, right? We were both in the military, babies. And so we both had the GI Bill. But when it came to the point that we realized the GI Bill was not going to cover college and we were going to need college um, loans, student loans, I I dropped out of college. I had been working 2 jobs. I got out of the military and I worked 2 jobs pretty consistently. And so I picked up more work so that we would not pull student loans, and we just like I was like, "Okay, one of us can go through college without this hanging over our heads." I picked Mark, because I always kinda had that sense that I probably would wanna stay home with my kids. So, like, why bother getting a degree? And so I dropped out and we worked hard. So he only took out $7,000 worth and we paid it off before he was out. Um, was to tell your daughter no. I love that, Chelsea. So that helps. We do not have student loans whatsoever. We're a one car family. He has a work car that is very strict and he can only take it to and from work things. Um, But we've only ever had 1 car. We always buy used, and we pay cash for it so that and we keep it as long as it functions for us, if that makes sense. Like, we had a car, and then when Calvin was born, they did it like the twins and Calvin, like 3 car seats and a stroller, a double stroller did not fit in our car, so we had to get a van, and then we drove that until it stopped really being functional. We got the Suburban in 2020 used and paid cash, so we don't have that kind of thing. So, like, your feminist nightmare worked out for me. Um, so so we have that. We're gonna drive it. It's gonna be Calvin's car. So what I'm doing now is I wanna pay down the RV loan because all we have is a mortgage and an RV loan. We don't have credit card debt. We have 0 other debts. We just have our mortgage and the RV loan. The RV loan eats away at my soul while I'm trying to sleep because I'm so stressed out about having it. But we use credit cards. And so it's not that I'm like overspending and I'm scaring myself, but I feel like if I shift some priorities, I could yeah, grateful is spelled wrong, beastie. It just is. We need to write great as in it's great, full. That's the way it should be spelled. And I will die on this hill and I will kill on this hill. Grateful should have the word great in it. Um, bye, Kayla. Or are we saying bye to? Um, and so that car will be Calvin's car. And then we're going to get a new to us used car, but I need to save money so I can buy it outright. So I feel like if I can buckle down with all of my new YouTube incomes, which is unexpected and great, I really want to pay off the RV loan so I don't have to worry about it anymore and get that predatory interest off of me. Jamie, I think I will. Um, We are not full of grades. Exactly, Holly. Jamie, I do wanna do a no/low slash low spends. And I think this year, I am going to not purchase discount decor. Like, I'm not gonna go to Hobby Lobby today and go get clearance Christmas and surprise myself with it next year because I have been gathering decor for so long, and I went bonkers. I have enough Christmas decor. Okay. My son's texting the family chat, but, like, it's just nonsense. Um, So I could take that away. Also, I have a massive expense coming down. You see pennies in my future? Lexi, I'm gonna have so many pennies, so many pennies. Um, and so if I feel like I could take all of the YouTube's money, okay, I'm torn. It's half pay down the RV, but half what if I go on that massive RV trip? And then that gets me into that, okay, massive RV trip doesn't fit into my current content. Is there a way I could shift content or do I need to start a second channel? Because I'm not willing to give up that experience for myself or my kids. I think it's going to be so much fun and I can't wait to do it. Um, keep your almost spot notes in your phone. Ooh, that's fun, Mary. That's a really good idea. Thanks for saying it to Jamie and not me. You're fired. I need a personal assistant. There are many raises, so many raises. Hi, April Martini. One third RV, one third car savings, one third decor. No, Lexi, no decor. Shut up, stupid. One third RV, zero car savings because I'm responsible. One third my RV trip, maybe. I see. I think my live stream ferals. I think my vlog watching ferals will go with me. But there's an issue with having a split audience. There is a significant portion of my audience that is not a feral, but is a watching me clean my house audience. And it's not great for your channel to split audiences. Um, you were promised a raise yesterday and you got fired today, Mary. My, how the turntables turn. So thank you for reminding you to open a savings account. Yes, open a savings account. Also, want warm weather if you can, if you're responsible, if you're good at this. Open them for your kids too, because then when they're 18, you have like what, 5 and 8, 3 and 5. But when they turn 18, their longest account history, which is like it matters a lot on your credits, but you have to have it. All three of my kids have savings account established and opened at my Navy Federal. So first of all, they have access to Navy Federal, which is amazing. But when they turn 18, their oldest accounts will be like 15 years old. So, but you don't dabble in your kids' credit unless you were absolutely flawless at it, because you could also have them turn 18 and you've effed their credits. So be careful with that. Um, hi Melanie, how are you, sweetie? I haven't talked to you in a while. Um, so I don't know. I have to scroll down. It didn't scroll. It's not scrolling. It says shut up. I do need another vacuum. Do whole house RV clean days? I do think I could do that, Victoria. Also, shop with me's, also meal planning because I'm going to be cooking in the RV and stuff like that. Some other cleaning channels do separate vlogging channel for all the non-cleaning stuff. That's what I am trying to decide and consider. It's scary. I know, Steve. I love you. Um, it's scary because I got to 40,000 subscribers and that's really amazing and awesome and successful. And so it's a little bit nerve-wracking to be like, can I do it again? It is, Lexi, but for some people, it is just a cleaning channel. If you look at my views, you will see that some of my hi Cindy, my cleaning channel, my cleaning whole house clean with me's are much more viewed than my vloggy kinds. And a lot of that might have to do with like thumbnail issues. I'm not consistent on thumbnails. I'm not consistent on titles. Like I need to refine those better. But there is a clear divide on what pulls views. Thank you, April. I appreciate that. And I do have a built-in audience from the first channel, which I do love. Thank you, April. Melanie, you dozed off. I was getting volunteers for throwing in the volcano. Praise Zeno. You're one of them. Have a good day. You're just here for the comedy. I love that. Um, so yeah, those are the things I'm thinking about. So my resolution would be like just budgeting better, holding myself like letting myself be a little less treat yourself and a little more treat your future to pay down that RV loan and go on the RV trip. And then start You're just here for the Kool-Aid? It's cherry. Lexi. And then I hope to save for the car because he's turning 13 in the spring, and so I should be able to save for a car within 2 years, I think. Because if YouTube income holds steady, it looks like how much more work? I don't think it's more work really, Christy, because you've learned how to YouTube, and so it's just posting to a different channel. It would be managing 2 channels, and then the downside of having a travel-y channel is, okay, but then I have to travel? Like, what if I don't travel for 3 months? Jamie, I've decided to add different content too, but I'm doing it just by posting more often, is it'll be the same amount of decluttering plus more, right? Ooh, Auntie, I'm sorry you're so cold. Your word for 2026 is way more I read that weird. Sorry, Melanie. Fiscally responsible. I do love that. The Watts has 2 channels now? That's interesting. Tell me about that. Um, I've been following a channel for over a year now. I think I'll talk about her if I do a resolutions video, I'll talk about her. I've been following her for over a year now, and she has a reaction channel, but she also has a, budgeting channel, and she was really open with her finances, and I found that exciting/terrifying. Um, so I don't know. It just feels weird, right? Because, like, I don't wanna be like, "Ooh, I made so much on YouTube," right? It just feels braggy and weird. But Kim does a shopping Costco channel, that's really weird. That's so niche and interesting. The analytics miss yes, April, it does get messy and you have a hard time with a split, right? It's just not great. Um, so there's just a chance because you can't use one butt to sit on 2 chairs. So am I sitting on 2 chairs or is it just broadening what people find interesting? And by people, I don't mean you idiots. You idiots are like different. You're in a different class. I mean the other people, the others, not us, the others, the non-live streamers. You're ADHD and a formal shopaholic, but also you do ADHD organizing managing tips. Like that's your skill set. And I love that. You know what we should do, Melanie, is a live stream where you yell at me while I organize and then I get mad at you and then our friendship ends. Can't be a slave to 2 masters. Um, oh, my leg fell asleep. You like like fighting against the algorithm and just posting whatever the heck you want because it makes you happy? Yeah, but I also need to win YouTube. My hyper focus is winning YouTube. That's why I care so deeply about analytics and like what you can do is you can win YouTube because our analytics resets at the end of the month. So I get to see, am I winning? Do I get more subscribers this month? Did I get more money this month? Like there are numbers. I don't know if Melanie has a challenge. Do you have a challenge? I mean, a channel, babe? You won't get mad, yo. Polite Canadian, gross. Never mind. I'm gonna block you. Forgot about that. Like how you organize your clothes drawers after you declutter. They're so organized, Brett. They're so organized. You'd love that, right? My leg's asleep. Um, April, I am winning YouTube. And so that's the other thing. Like, am I getting too weird about it? Right. Um, but okay, shut up. Anyways. Uh, so what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna budget my blessing of a YouTube income publicly. No, Brett, I don't want that at all. That's stupid. You can Con Marie fold yourself out of this conversation. Best joke ever. Somebody clip that. You have 84,000 subs and you haven't posted a video in a year. Do you still get residual income, Christina? What does that look like for you? Um, so I don't know, but I feel like I could. But what if like all the income goes away? What if it doubles? Probably won't double. But like it's so weird. Oh, we're so close to the end of the year. Can't wait to see when you start the big move for your girls upstairs. I'm really excited about that too. I do you lost no, you lost viewing hours and lost monetization. That's hard, Christina. I'm sorry, sweetie. Would you all everybody, would you guys watch Melanie coach people decluttering? I think it would work well. It's so scary. It's not scary, Melanie. None of this matters and no one cares. Like it just nobody it doesn't matter. It's not going to hurt you. You'll be fine. Okay? Like it's not like kicking a bomb. You're going to be okay. Just start your channel. Stop being a wuss. That's cold coffee. Blah. Plus what? What's up, baby?
Excuse me.
Nope, dad's taking a shower. Please go into your own bathroom. You could do fluid art. You could do that, Christina. Um, hold on one second. Mr. B said the first one would suck. It will. And no one will watch it, Melanie. Like, no one will watch it. You tried TikTok live earlier. It was okay. That sounds weird. Like, the lives of it are far scarier than having a video. It's a completely different dynamic and it's scarier. Start live streaming your VA appointments. Should. We watch Jessica. Mel, of course, would watch you. See? Also, it wouldn't be as scary, Melanie, because you would have people who'd come over and watch your first video, which is exciting and not typical. I know I've told you guys this before. When you think about how things are scary and how YouTube is and stuff like that, like, I know I told you guys this before, but I'm going to tell you really weird stats that should make you uncomfortable. But I have to scroll because I didn't put it in a favorites folder. I just have to go find it. Here it is. Okay. I find this really interesting and weird. But how many, okay. What percent of videos do you think get less than 100 views? Am I active on Insta? No. It's stupid. Ugh, I mean, I could. I just hard. A belated Merry Christmas. You're dead to me, Libby. How did you not log in, find me on Christmas, and then say it? That's selfish. I bet you were with your family. Ugh. I truly am in this. But thank you, sweetie. I love you. The editing, the thumbnails, it seems like too many decisions for your spicy brain. Yeah. But once you learn the title and thumbnails that work, it's a little bit easier. What's the brand of my stupid vlog camera? It is a DG Osmo Pocket 3. It is over there because I plugged it in and I broke it. How long is the RV trip? I don't know. I have another plan. We can talk about that in a minute. But first, it's been a time your car was in the shop. Priorities. I don't care about your car. I don't care about your trials, your tribulations. I care about me and you telling me Merry Christmas on Christmas. Okay, April says less than 100. That's a tough one. No, percent, April. We need a percent. Cindy, I didn't set it up yet. What percentage of videos get under 100 views? That's not a percent. 30%, April says. How many videos get less than 100 views? It is 65% of all videos get less than 100 views on YouTube. 1,000 views, only 12% of videos ever get 1,000 views on all of YouTube. And 4.3% of videos ever get 10,000 views. 0.77% get 100,000 views, which is crazy, right? 0.4 get a million, 0.01 get 10 million views. So you think about that and you're like, that's really interesting. So then you're like, okay, well then how do people do subscriber wise? And this one is crazy. Jamie, how many subs do you have right now? Hi, do beans. 8.84. Okay, we're getting close, right? No, not my channel. Sorry, Callie. This is overall, right? Nope, it's not me. That's everyone. And come here. You want up here? Because you can't shower with your dad. That's stupid. Um overall, how many channels, because Jamie's getting close, that's Instagram, that's not gonna work. 10,000 subscribers. Which feels like to me, like when you're starting out YouTube, it's a huge amount, but when you think of YouTube, it's a very tiny amount of subscribers, right? Only 2.74% of all YouTube creators get over 10,000. Only 2.74. That's it. If you get over 10,000 subscribers, you're in the top 3% of YouTube. 50,000, which hopefully I'll get, 0.85%. Less than a percent will ever get 50,000. It's crazy. I could hit 50K. I'm going to hit 50K. I want to hit 75K this year. I thought I was going to hit 50K like spring of last year. Genuinely thought I was, because I was like growing like crazy. And I was at 30K last January, and it slowed down quite a bit, but I did have steady growth. So I got to 41,000. How did Mac get so many? I do think Mac was featured on the news once or twice. So that helps. But then I do think, because he has a few videos with over 1 million views. Happy New Year, Lindsay. I hope it's terrible. Hope it goes downhill from here. Oh, I forgot I took away your curse. I'm undecided on cursing you. Hey, welcome. So, like, and the hoarder of it all, right? That pays people off, but like, who would we pay? I'd pay someone off. Most channels never post a single video, though. That's a huge thing that pulls it over, Lexi, is a lot of people do not post videos. Um, I think those stats are for actively posting, but I might be confused as well. And then careful, baby. Brittany's here. Oh, Brittany's helping you. Brittany's helping BMC through a lot. Rude, Brittany. Please stop helping people. I would like you to focus just on me. New year, new hex. April, shut up. Go somewhere else. Oh, my ear just fuzzed. You ruined my ear, April. Dead to me. Ari was international. I bet that makes a difference too. Against her. It made things worse for her, I would say. Super side quest. What mascara do you use? I use L'Oreal Voluminous Lash. And I use the white base first, and then I use the black, and it's the best ever. Or Ari was huge on TikTok. I did not know that. I'm never on. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to somebody named Brittany. That's funny. Why is your name BMO-WM7YC? That's stupid, and I'm mad at you. But I'm glad I helped you. Oh, compliment. Love that. Max said he was syndicated. What did that mean? I don't know. I don't know. Are you talking about when he talks about Facebook? I don't know how to fix it. Like, what am I, YouTube tech here? I'm not IT. I don't know. It's weird though, but I'll try to remember that you're Brittany. I'm sorry. It's going to take me a while to remember. It's stupid and I'm mad about it. Because there's no syndication on YouTube. That's not a thing. Like, you just have your videos. You're a YouTube channel on your YouTube. He was sold to other channels. I don't know about that. He said he was syndicated. I don't Yeah, I don't know what that means because you can't syndicate on YouTube. I know that he has a company that helps him with Facebook posting. Like you can get um Mac Barbie and Beautiful Mess did a collab that was featured where? Featured where, Christina? Um, I can answer my IT questions, right? Like I don't know how to fix that. But I do know you can get companies who help clip your stuff and post it. So maybe he was referencing like the company that manages his Facebook. You're Tony B on Discord. Well, that will never click with me, Indigo. You guys are two separate people. That's difficult. Um, Snoop D-O double G is how you spell B-R-I double T. It's so stupid and amazing. A magazine did a video with him. Yeah, that would be super big and pulling up stuff. So, maybe he bought I don't know that people buy subscribers as commonly as people think people buy subscribers, because buying subscribers damage your channel severely. If you have we call them dead subscribers because if you have subscribers who subscribed to you like 3 years ago, but they don't pay attention to you anymore, so they don't watch, when YouTube throws out a video, let's say I have 10 subscribers, but 3 of them are dead subscribers, they don't care anymore, essentially what bot subs would be. Um, if YouTube pushed out my video and like I have 4 really loyal who click on it, some casual, but the 3 dead, YouTube's like, "Oh, not even her subscribers like this," and will stop like, it'll just decide that yours is maybe not that interesting, right? Um, so it really damages your channel. It hurts your growth, it hurts your views. Views are how we get paid, not subs. So you're dead to me, so I don't care anymore. Um, and thank you for watching my video, Meg. Um, so all we get paid for is views, never subscribers. So if you have subscribers who don't watch your video, it's like stealing money from yourself. 5 views and they can tell when they're bought views, by the way, Lexi, and they will block it as unverified traffic and not pay you anything. That one they're good at. That one they're like, absolutely not. And you get dinged, and then they will rip your channel away from you entirely. And if YouTube takes your monetization for like doing something wrong, not like how Christina didn't post for a long time and she doesn't get to monetize, that's different. If you post something that violates the rules and they take it from you, even if I had other channels, I wouldn't be allowed to have money from any of them. If they yoink your channel forever, you can't use any channels and you can't create a new one. Like you just lose the ability to ever YouTube. So, does hyping make a difference for me? Not that I have seen. I don't see that it does anything for me, but I appreciate it. I think it's a vanity metric, which makes us feel better. So when I rewatch your videos, it comes up as a new view each time. I don't know about each time, but I do think that there's an amount of views that count if you rewatch. The money comes from the ads, yes. What is pink Canadian term? And then you said oink Canadian term. What? Syndicated on YouTube usually means video syndication where creators automatically republish their YouTube videos to other platforms. Oh, okay, Auntie. Yeah, you can get that done. You can pay to have somebody clip and make for other. I just haven't done it yet. Which pajamas are you going to wear for New Year's? Hi, Moody. How are you, sweetheart? I hope they're matching. Be super fancy. We're matching ones. Thank you, Brenda, for always watching the ads. You said yoink. Oh, yoink. I don't think that's a Canadian term. Gross. If I did, I would have to wash my mouth out with soap and pray to the gods. I do not want to inadvertently become Canadian. Social media, blogs, or partner sites to gain more views and reach. Hold on. Having services like Blacklock or Binge. Yeah, it just seems so risky. It seems so risky to get bad bot views and lose all of your monies for the literal pennies that you get per view. Like you'd have to buy so many, like tens of thousands, right? because you get paid per 1,000 views. Chris Pratt ads are making it easier not to skip. Ooh, pervert. You watch on my iPad, then play it once or twice on mute in the background because I'm a good community member. Lexi, you have ad block. I really wanted to say like such aggressive words, but not because I'm mad at you, but like that's where it was going. Don't, Lexi. Don't make me call you the bad words. Um, Once you're popular enough, the Scientologists hear your plans, you're in trouble. No. I'm gonna get what is it? Suppress a person. I'm gonna be SP'd. They're gonna come stalk me and try to kill me. You believe business. I Insider did a feature collab on Mac that did with that's amazing. Um, but also I feel like that would be, I don't know, interesting. You have ad block, Christina, but you still get paid from premium fund. Oh, thanks, babe. Bye, Meg. I love you. Have fun with Sully. Tom Cruise will come for you. I know, right? I mean, if he can't be bothered to chase after his daughter, I think I'm not on the scan. Like, it's he's just like, I don't care about Surrey. Cass starts my videos when she's leaving the house. So mean. Adblock doesn't work on YouTube anymore. Really? That's interesting. I did not know that. Lexi, confirm. Side channel about Scientologist stalking you. That's main channel shit right there. You hear he's tiny, same height. I weigh more. New year, new me. I just want to weigh less than Tom Cruise. I want to be able to be for Tom Cruise to win in a fair fight against me. That's what I just want to lose that much weight, however much that is. Adblock works for me. Knew it. You pay 19 bucks for YouTube Premium. I do Premium too. And I use it as business expense. So I ride it off. Super secret way to use Adblock that still works. Just got to keep ahead. You got to keep ahead of YouTube, guys. How tall are you about? That is rude, Beverly. I used to be 5'4", but now I would say I'm a little bit closer to 5'2". I'm 5'3". 5'3", 5'3", and some change. I used to be taller. I don't want to talk about that. Girl that would look unhealthy. Rude. Like, I just fit in with all of Hollywood. Ozempic face is attractive. Gained 65 pounds since 2020. It's rough, let me tell you. Tom Cruise is tiny. I'm confident I could take him. I really do feel like it. Now I'm offended. You're 5'2". You're short. Penny is 5'3". That's depressing. Used to be a baller. If I had a girl, no. If I did, I would call her. You're an idiot. What are the words? Quit coughing. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about him, right? Your favorite video of mine is when I painted my room. Rhonda, that is so crazy because no one liked that video. What did I talk about? Baller, shot caller. I am so bad at knowing the words to lyrics, like the actual words, and it drives Mark crazy because I'll start singing them and I sing the real ones and he gets mad because he says they're not real. Why were you screaming at the screen? Oh, was it when I painted my trim? 20-inch holla. If I had a girl that looked good, I would call her. Bet that's not the lyrics. Is that the lyrics? Babe. What room are you in? How come you sound like you're in the living room if you're in the bathroom? That is very word. Never mind. I don't know. The trim triggered you. You're fine. And what if I put copper decorative like plates on the ceiling? You pretended? That wasn't a pretend, Gretchen. Mark had no idea I was painting the room. He had zero idea. I waited until he left for a decent amount of time. I don't know how he was just like he was like blissfully ignoring the Amazon boxes that were showing up. And then I painted the room without him knowing. The amount of I just did it when Mark couldn't supervise that I do in my life is nonstop. That's how we get almost all of our pets. That's how I decorate. I just do things and then I wait for him to show up and I surprise him. Half 2/3 of the time, it's going terribly and he has to fix it, but 1/3 of the time it's nice. So, um, I was offended on our behalf when she said that. What? What did I say? I know the words and now I'm embarrassed that I know them. April, it's a good skill set. I just don't know things. Was it moving the bed? There was something when you walked through the room and you ducked. Oh, yeah, later, when he came home, so what had happened was I was painting the room and it took a lot longer than I thought it would, and I was okay, but then I just started getting anxious because I believe a big storm was coming and they were threatening, like, biblical rain or something like that. I don't remember, but I was getting really anxious and spun up, but I also didn't have my husband, so that was incredibly difficult for me. Um, and so I was trying to put together the furniture, and the furniture I put together incorrectly, and I had to redo it. And so I do match my wall. And so I started crying in the middle of it, and I called him and I was like, "Listen, I'm redoing the room. It's going terribly. I need your help when you get home." So he had no idea I was doing it, but then he joins me, and he didn't want to throw away the bed frame. And so when I was like sneaking it by him. And that's what like I was And he saw, but, like, pretended to ignore, and so I got rid of the bed frame, but he didn't know I was doing that, I just needed him to help me with it. It was terrible. I'm not opening a new site, Lexi, scammer. I know you're scamming me. How do I get into the Discord? Oh, we can help you with that, honey. I want a chocolate muffin. I'm so hungry. I need to eat. Gosh darn it, that didn't work. Bloop. What is Discord? You're so dumb. Click this. Click this. Yeah, click that. And the bed frame was ugly, but it was so pretty at the time when I bought it. Thank you, Mary. Late and dead to me. Happy New Year, Cindy. I love you. You need to know about the HOA. Like, where is even the I should pay the HOA dues. They basically fell apart. We had the usurper, we had the coup, we're fighting, but, like, nobody does anything. I haven't been to an HOA meeting so I could yell at people about their trash cans in a year. I don't know if they still have committees. I don't know how people are getting their fences put in. I don't know if people are getting their colors approved for painting their house. I know none of it. Um, I just think we gave up, to be honest. It sucks when furniture turns ugly. Like, it looked cute at that time. Fucking Chris. He moved out. He called me the C word and then moved out. What are you even doing, bro? Um, but like nothing's happening. And so I feel like we're hyper focused on the wrong things. Like it's very, it's half Karen-y. Um, I hope that offends you, Karen. And half laissez faire, I don't care what you're doing. It's both. Like micromanage how Halloween goes, but are we helping people like because you have to get a authorization to put in a fence and there are specific fences. So are we doing that? If I needed a new roof, could I get it approved? I don't know. It's insane. Um, yeah, I just don't think it's doing anything, but I still get to pay for it. So that's fun. I don't know. I just want to move out. I don't want to have an HOA anymore. HOA updates on the side feral channel. I feel like I would name the side feral channel the Beth of it all. But I honestly don't know what a good name would be because I would want feral, but I don't know what I would say. Okay, I am too distracted and too hungry, and it's been over 2 hours. That's a lot of twos. Different spelling. Um, no HOAs here in Canada that I'm aware of. Jealous. But I do love you guys. I'm gonna go eat so much food because I am freaking starving. Do you hear her snoring, Christy? She's been over here making. Why would you do that? You pervert! Do you know, you guys, a flasher. There was a flasher that just happened. I'm one idiot. Um, you guys, I love you. And I hope you guys have well, I'll see you in the new year, is what I'm trying to say. And I'm hungry. Okay, I love you. Ashley, oh my God. Perverts. Now his back hurts, you guys. I have to go. I have to go. Leave me alone. Bye.